MLB 21 news. What's up, gamers? Gomes here. Are you guys very much so looking forward to and excited for MLB The Show 21? Fantastic. Well, unfortunately, there's about as much info into MLB The Show 21 as Robinson Cano has testicles at this point, and not a whole lot. And it's time to revolt, damn it! This is where I draw my foot in the line. Bit of an exaggeration, of course, but would love to see some news, hear something regarding the new game at some point here. We did get this screenshot, as you can see, Gomes' mystical, magical editing skills put to full test here. You can see, it appears as some people take this as the game could be delayed. I take it as they're doing their best, their most efficient job to ensure that it is not delayed. If that means cutting off the circulation of content and, attention to this game a bit sooner, so be it. Because I think we can all agree we would rather have the game on time for presumably the intended start for the 2021 baseball season. So today I do want to talk about the little stuff that we, I promise you, very, very little stuff that we do know. And talking about, I'll just go over my script, my cover points. Spoil the one a little too soon. We're going to talk about the cover, the platforms coming to, modes, graphics, PS5, a lot of stuff regarding around it, but leave a like down below. That'd be real swank. Subscribe if you guys are new. Would mean a lot to me. Also, subscribe to my second channel. You might not believe it, but I am going to upload there very soon, so you would not want to be one to miss it. So let's talk about the cover. As you can see here, everything's mapped out. I just looked up a tier maker, and by golly, somebody skipped MLB The Show 20. I think tier makers are not as trendy anymore, so perhaps they didn't fit that one in. So what do we know about the cover? Well, we know that we knew the cover by the last 2 years at least at this point. Javier Baez and Bryce Harper, they were revealed to be the cover athletes in late October. Last year was super early with Javier Baez, and the prior year, the cover for MLB 19 revealed to be Bryce Harper. Of course, we did not know who, what team was gonna pay $500 billion for Bryce Harper, but it was the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, a couple things regarding how can we pinpoint who could be the cover athlete. Who could it be? Probably not a pitcher. As you can see here, with your own 2 eyes, or 4 eyes if you wear spectacles, none of these are pitchers. So that kind of goes to show it's most likely going to be a hitter, and something else to show. Don't expect G-Man Choi, Randy Arozarena, guys like that to be on the cover. It makes sense from a marketing standpoint. They're not really going to small market teams. If you're to look at this list, the only small market is not really any. I guess the smallest you could say is maybe Pittsburgh or Detroit, and those are still pretty big markets. Those are still pretty big teams in terms of finances and fan base and stature of player, of course. Typically, we see superstars. The only exceptions on this list, if you're to go through, you see Dustin Pedroia. He was pretty young in his career, but he had won an MVP. Look over, there's Adrian Gonzalez hiding on the MLB 12 cover. Hiding just like he did from the playoffs in San Diego. The only real exception to the rule is Yasiel Puig, who of course came off of his Rookie of the Year victory. A lot of people assumed that he would be maybe battling it out, duking it out for an MVP. Not the case. Not on a team, which I think is a damn travesty. Of course, he was looking to get inked with the Braves, but he got the Suds, and that did not end up happening. So that's what we know. Now, I did do some researching and found 3 custom covers that real tickled my fancy. I really liked how they look. Is it going to be the case? Most likely not, as seeing these are fan covers and they don't have fans do the cover art for them, but they look damn good. They look good enough, if not better than some of the ones that they actually pick. Looking at the MLB The Show 19 cover, just throw a plain backdrop and Bryce Harper. Really innovative. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here we have Roberto Clemente, of course, a legend cover. A lot of people expecting maybe Tatis, maybe Juan Soto. Those are great options, potentially. I would not dismiss a possibility of a legend cover, though. We've only seen it once, of course, with Ken Griffey Jr. We didn't even see it with Babe Ruth, so I don't know. I personally love Clemente, you guys know that, but I don't know how they determine the stature of legends that would be on a cover. What I would like to see them do, have a regular cover athlete like they do currently, have a Bitatis or whatever, and then have a legend cover, kind of like 2K does every year. Steal that idea. The one thing I'd like you to take away from 2K. This, of course, is MLB The Show 16, but Derek Jeter's on the cover, so a potential, always a possibility. Would love to see Jeter in this game, as apparently this person has been wanting him for the last 5 years, much like all of us. So I would love to see Derek Jeter on a MLB The Show 21 cover. And then this one, I think, I forget who exactly made this one. I'll flash it on the screen. I know Shelfie featured this in one of his videos. I thought it looks so fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. I've had wet dreams about this cover more or less every single night, dreaming about the possibilities that I would actually buy a physical copy of a game if this were the cover. I would want this bad boy. I'd put it up on a shelf. I would first have to install the shelf, but I would do so gladly for this cover. Would like to see any of these, would like to see any cover athlete. Do keep in mind, though, there are other external sources of baseball video games that I don't know if they should classify as a baseball video game. I'm talking about RBI Baseball. I'm talking about the mobile games that have cover athletes. I know Trout is in the mix of those god-awful presences, which I haven't played them, to be fair. I'm just not a big fan of the mobile game practice, free-to-play. But if you want to have fun, fork over that wallet, big fella. You'd think EA developed about every fucking one of those. I don't think it's possible that we get somebody that is, for example, Christian Yelich, that was on an RBI Baseball 20 cover, so keep that in mind. Let's talk about platforms for a sec. What piece of hardware are you going to be playing MLB The Show 21 on? Well, as far as we know, only PS5 and PS4 for absolute certainty. Now, of course, we did see, and I made a video, a lot of people made videos on it talking about how it has been confirmed that it will be coming to different platforms eventually. We don't know for sure if it is going to be starting this year in MLB The Show 21, so don't buy the new Xbox expecting that you're going to be playing MLB The Show 21 on it for sure. I mean, there's not really much point to buying Xbox right now anyway. Oh, what games are you going to play? Next gen Fortnite? But yeah, that's not confirmed to be coming to Switch, PC, or the Xbox for sure in MLB The Show 21. Only thing we know for certainty, 100% written in stone, is PS5, of course, and it is also going to be on PS4. So if you guys have not had a chance to get your hands on a PS5 yet, which I think you will be able to get one if you want one. By the time MLB 21 comes out, this should be more readily available, or if you just can't afford one currently, it still will be on PS4, so don't worry about that. Speaking about PS5, what's the big deal? Why is it going to be much more exciting than the PS4 variation? Well, pretty simple. We've already seen on MLB The Show 20, which you guys are going to... Wow, look at that. Pretty clean, huh? Look at that transition. Thank God for OBS Studio. They have pretty clear-cut settings that you can use. Of course, just go to audio video. And this is all we have currently. We have faster at 1080p, balanced at 1440p, which that has no effect really into... because PS5 does not support 1440p or sharper, which is at 4K visuals. That's what we have currently. This game was not optimized with PS5 in mind initially, so it doesn't run exactly as we would expect fully, because hitting is a little wonky. I feel like a prepubescent child learning how to walk once again, or learning how to shave my pubes for the first time. Manscaped, please, I'm looking for that sponsorship. But yeah, I would expect that perhaps even better frames. We have 60 frames per second support natively on the PS5, and it can go up to 120. I think that's going to be the case with the game that is developed for PS5, MLB The Show 21. So that is going to be huge, and As far as player models, there is a big jump from MLB The Show 17 to from MLB The Show 16, where it just looks so much more lifelike. And if we look at example from 2K, again, bringing up my favorite company, perhaps we're going to get the same treatment. Maybe they're just going to be doused in sweat. And lastly, I want to talk about DD and new modes. Of course, create a stadium, always a possibility, always something that I don't think is going to happen this year. I'll be blunt. Is that the right word? Don't know. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think there's a good chance we're going to see Create a Stadium at some point in some capacity on this next-gen hardware, just not the first year. I don't think it's realistic to expect that to happen, but would be a surprise to be sure, but a welcomed one if that did come in hot once we do see the reveal. As far as DD goes, don't expect anything groundbreaking. It's more or less just content. We haven't seen anything really new in the fact of 2K or FIFA or Madden in their loot box simulators, so I don't think that's going to be much of a change. Just new cards, the same shit, the same stuff. Expect a leap, just how we saw from 19 to 20, just more frequent, more innovative content, them thinking outside the box, hopefully. And as far as game modes go, I don't really know. I hope they really focus on franchise. I think that's the big thing. You don't have to have Create a Stadium, but have league expansion, stuff that we've been asking for the last 10 years. People love to rag on Madden's franchise, but it is still leaps and bounds ahead of MLB The Show, in my opinion. Or rather fact, MLB The Show's franchise is as deep as a kiddie pool. Not much going on there. So, yeah, that's really all we know. From what we can tell, it looks like we're going to have to wait until the new year to actually hear anything regarding MLB The Show 21. But I wanted to make this video talking about what could be the cover, what to expect for the cover, what to expect as far as platforms, and just where we are currently. Because I really want to hear something, man. It's fresh a little bit playing on the PS5 for MLB The Show, but I'd just like to see something. We're spoiled greatly. A lot of games. 2K, you don't hear anything about the new 2K until a week before it actually releases. They do a great job. STS has live streams months ahead of release date, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you guys want to see the cover be. Let me know when you think we're going to see the news drop, the ball drop for content for MLB 21. But if you guys did enjoy this one, leave a like down below. I'm going to end this video probably longer than anticipated, but hopefully you stuck it out.